Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? I hope you guys had a great day today. The market did rest a little bit. It closed right about where it opened. Um, from the big move up it's had the last couple of days. That's normal. That's expected. So we'll see where it goes tomorrow. If it continues to push up, if we start to sell off a little bit, or if we just kind of go sideways again. But all in all, this is normal. We see this with our stocks and everything else. So nothing to worry about, nothing to be concerned about, and the market is not slow. I mean, it still gave us some good, volatility, and we were able to get some trades off. But we'll look at my day here in a minute. I shared this earlier today on social media. Small steps in the right direction are better than big steps in the wrong direction. And I think I mentioned this yesterday or in one of the last videos. How everybody, even me, I got caught up in this in the beginning. Looking at taglines like "grow your small account fast," or "grow your account fast," or "learn to trade fast," or make go from $5,000 to $50,000 in 3 months, and all of this is just fast, 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 fast. I got to do it now. And in this industry, if you haven't learned it by now, you can't do that. There's really no fast in this industry. There's luck. There's people. We saw that when GME blew up. There were a lot of people who just bought. Somebody said buy, they bought and held it. They made a ton of money. Over 90% of them probably don't have it anymore because they didn't take some of that money and actually learn about the market. They just put that money out there looking for the next big blow up, or lost it, trying to trade GME again, waiting for that same, lightning to strike twice. And, unfortunately, that's what kills people. I mean, even now with us, if we've been struggling and then all of a sudden we change something and then we get 2 or 3 winning trades in a row, all of a sudden we forget what got us there and we want to push the envelope. We want to grow. We want to get bigger. We want to make more money. Yeah, the end result is to grow our account and start to make more money as we get better. But we have to gain that experience. This market is relentless, is unforgiving, and it doesn't give a damn about us and our account. It doesn't. So, we have to move, take these small steps, grow, get better, continue to develop our process. Because when we start to take these big steps, sometimes we step off the side of the mountain and end up lower than when we started. And we don't want to do that. So, I know you're tired of seeing this illustration, but this illustrates it perfectly, what I'm trying to tell you. You take these small steps, and I'm taking you through each one of these. The end result is to get to this point where you just come in every day, you rinse and repeat, you maintain the integrity of your process, and you adjust it to market conditions accordingly. You don't make wholesale changes. You learn to just adjust. Make those small tweaks. Okay? And you go from there. That's where we all want to be, but to get there, we go through these steps. And I'm taking you through these free. All of these videos are right here on YouTube. So that's how important I think it is, and a lot of people aren't giving it to you. They're giving you fast, quick. You know, we all know the story of the tortoise and the hare. I mean, that's very real when it comes to trading. So again, like we were saying with the market, it's kind of a rest day today. I mean, it's up. It's not so much an inside day, but we kind of rested. You can look at the candlestick formation of the last 4 or 5 days and look at today. So that doesn't mean we're coming back. It kind of stopped. If you draw the old resistance line, it's kind of stopping right where it was before. You know, but that doesn't mean we're going to pull back. I think we do have a clean shot at pushing up through 450 and, you know, beyond. So we'll see where we end up tomorrow. You know, we're above the 20, we're above the 5-day, we're above the 10-day moving average. All of the most aggressive moving averages on the daily chart, we are above. And that's a bullish sign. Even if we pull back in this holds, we're still bullish on the market. So the market is not slowing down. It's just resting a bit, but the opportunities are still there. All right. So NVDA, this was the first trade of the day. And if you want to see the first couple of trades, I record my screen. I record the pre-market show, and then I record the morning session up till about 11 o'clock. So all of the trades in the morning, if you missed the live webinar, you missed seeing me trade these live, the video of the live feed is posted on the website. I showed you guys that before. It's the last page. You just go and you'll find it. I'll show you again, just in case you can't remember. Just go to the website, AverageJoeTrader.com. Click on more. Go to morning session recordings. Click on this ugly face. You get the pre-market. Click on this. You get the live morning session. And when I get aftermarket earnings trades, I'll record those sessions and they'll be posted here when I get them. All right, so we know we don't trade aftermarket earnings every day. Now earnings season is pretty much over. You're going to see even fewer, and the aftermarket earnings trades are going to be fewer and farther between. But when they do, you'll see the recap and I will show you. So I was coming out wanting to be aggressive. And one thing, like I've traded with TD Ameritrade, you know, connected to my DOS. You know, in the beginning I had issues. I stayed away for a couple of months. I came back at the beginning of this quarter, had no issues until this week. Yesterday and today, I had a little bit of delay getting in the trades. So here, NVDA, I was trying to get in up here, but it didn't go through. It just kind of spun around. And so I canceled it and waited until we got under here. And that's when I got it. I thought at least we could get to 215 before it started to bounce. It didn't quite get there and ended up stopping me out. This was just another, I tried to be aggressive yesterday, got burned on it. Tried to be aggressive today, got burned on it because I didn't get the entries that I wanted. Okay, that's the bottom line. It's nobody's fault but me. I take it responsibility for it because I could have just waited and just traded the 5-minute opening range, and I never would have taken a trade on this. Never. In video, if it didn't break down, it was stuck in this channel all day. It traded sideways, no opportunities at all. So I was kind of buzzing around my watch list. I didn't have CRWD on the watch because this stock is really hard to trade. Okay, it is hard to trade. All right. It's really volatile. And it doesn't need a whole lot of volume to be volatile. Actually, it's more volatile with less volume. But I traded it 5-minute opening range breakout. You know, this happened. It didn't break the 5-minute opening range high, you know, until quarter to 10. You can see it took out the pre-market high, and it took out the 5-minute open range high, triggered an entry. First target was about $1, $20, 30 cents, somewhere there. This blue line here is a linear regression channel from the 1-hour chart. We use the 60-minute chart to help us find channels intraday. Okay, I build a watch list. I look at the daily chart to make sure we've got room between the daily pivots. And then when I'm trading intraday, I look to make sure that we have enough room on the 60-minute chart to where it makes sense for me to trade. So even though the daily level was up here, I'm going to look at this as a potential resistance point and take profit here, because this is really significant on the 60-minute chart. And you can see we did react here, and it took a while for it to get over it. But in the meantime, I got the first target. It pulled back and stopped me out. It break even. I caught the break of this. Should have held to this level here. I should have held, but I kind of short shifted it here just to take profit, lock in profit. I guess by this time, honestly, I was a little shell shocked because of how it trades. I don't like trading CRWD, but one of the members, like I said, brought it to my attention. It's the exact setup that we trade, and so there was nothing else going on, so I traded it using, you know, our strategy, using our process. And we got 2 base hits on it. And then I'm getting back in as I'm, you know, we're breaking through this 267.69 level. I'm waiting to see if we get another, you know, base hit up to around 269. Then all of a sudden the bottom falls out. My stop got rejected. Okay, this is the second day in a row that at the open it was delayed a little bit, and then my stop gets rejected. So by the time I realized, because I set my stop and I had to go and take care of something. Had to deal with my son's tuition for school, and so I put my stop in and had to take my eye off it. By the time I got back, the bottom had fallen out, so I could have panicked out of it. Okay, I could have easily panicked out of it. So if you were live with me, you heard me say, and you'll hear me say it on the video if you watch it. You know, now I need to think this through. Okay, I need to look at where this is, and I need to think this through, because I could have easily just taken it off and taken however much down I was. I don't even know. I don't watch the P&L. That's another reason. I'm guessing if I was looking at the P&L, I probably would have just killed it, and that would have wrecked my day. But I kind of watched. I was reading the price action, reading the technicals on the chart, and let it dictate, you know, what to do. And sure enough, it actually, you know, ended up working out. I mean, it took a while, But reading the price action, trusting the technicals, reading this chart, this is what I teach. Sometimes it takes a long time for a trade to work itself out. And sure enough, I was able to hit that 269 mark, but of course it came roaring back in and stopped me out at break even. I know the risk reward on this doesn't make sense, but the key was the trade had already blown up. It had already created an issue to where I couldn't manage it the way I had it. So the trade plan was blown, and I had to just use my experience to try and figure this thing out and listen to what this thing was telling me. And that's what we did. So I was able to bring this back around and end up, bringing the day back to kind of not really break even. $198 is not bad. After NVDA killed me, I took a little bit too much of a loss on it than I should have. And then CRWD, that was an ordeal. But this wasn't a perfect day, and I'm glad that I've got the morning on tape. I got it so you could see how you have to manage it. Like when the day is not perfect, how do you manage it? How do you get through a day when things just aren't going the way it's supposed to and still come out on top? So we had an okay day yesterday. We had hiccup day today, but we're still green. And we are ready to continue attacking this week. So we'll come back at it tomorrow. See what tomorrow has in store for us. And we're just going to take what the market gives us. I doubt if I'm going to be aggressive tomorrow. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to wait and, trade after the 5 minutes prints and just go from there. If it gives me something, I'll take it. If it doesn't, I'm not going to worry about it. But if I hadn't been aggressive these last 2 days, I would have had killer days, to say the least. So don't want to do that anymore. So you guys have a great night, great evening, and I'll catch you in the morning.